On a hot and muggy August night in 1978 at approximately 10 p.m. I was home with my siblings and my best friend. We were just sitting around when all of the farm animals started going crazy. Then everything got unnaturally quiet. We all gathered in the center bedroom and could hear something large moving around behind the house. My friend and I grabbed our rifles and turned out all the lights. The creature first was moving west, then turned northeast and sounded heavier than before. After we could no longer hear movement, the animals returned to normal. The next morning we went out to try and find any evidence of what the being was. The day before we had dumped a dead hog down a trail in the forest. We followed the trail we had made with the wheelbarrow, dumping the hog, and found the hog was gone. It was not dragged or dismembered, it was just lifted up and carried away. No tracks were visible due to the dry pine needles that covered the forest floor. My friend and I believe it was the Fouke monster, as it is known in the area. This occurred in Caddo Parish near Mira, Louisiana. It was the summer of 1984. I was just a young kid then, but I used to go to a summer camp near Caddo Lake. What happened was I was playing with some other kids, near a wooded area, and one of them said, "Look." I looked and saw a face looking at us through some thick brush. It had both hands on either side of its face holding some branches apart for it to view us. It quickly leaned back and let the branches go. And that was the last we saw of it. None of us seemed to fear the thing. I mean, we didn't get any feelings of being in any danger or anything. But in the 2 to 3 seconds I viewed it before it left it had a big head, was light brownish in color, had big dark hollow looking eyes, a large broad nose. It was probably about 7 to 8 foot off the ground, and it seemed to have a look of curiosity on its face. In November of 1987 near Oil City, Louisiana, I had stopped my boat along Black Bayou to go look at pond that usually contained ducks on the other side of the levee. As I was approaching the levee, I caught a glimpse of something to my left. It was about 200 yards away. I stopped behind a tree and peeked out to have a good look. On the edge of the levee was a creature that appeared to be about 6 feet tall. It had shaggy dark brown hair and was walking upright. The creature was walking directly towards me. I was still watching the creature when it was about 100 yards away. I wasn't scared at all because my shotgun was fully loaded. The creature stopped about 100 yards away and looked directly in the direction that I was hiding. From the way it acted, I think he smelled me or something, because I didn't make a sound or move. The being paused for about 3 or 4 seconds, then bolted directly over the levee, headed for the big woods. I immediately ran to the top of the levee to get another look at it. When I got to the top of the levee, the creature was entering the edge of the woods, which was about 200 yards away. This thing covered 200 yards to my 50 yards, and I was at a dead run.